Alright, this is going to be my last summer garden update. I'm sweating like crazy. I was wiping the sweat and stuff out my eyes. It hadn't rained in basically a month and a half, and it's rained 4 inches in the last week. Brought the grass out in the garden, but as you can see, the corn, right when it was getting ready to start making ears and tasseling and everything get died out, decided to take and dig 15 hills of potatoes. The only reason I dug 15 hills of potatoes is because I wanted enough to make some mashed potatoes tomorrow for dinner. This first hill was the best hill that I've dug, and as you can see, the others are either no potatoes or a couple, or like this one is rotten, and same over here is a couple potatoes, some of them rotten like that one. Let's go down here. See, that black one is rotten, and the one over there, you can see I've dug quite a few. Like I say, it's 15 hills, and just didn't do good. I'm going to take the tractor, run through, and turn them over to see what I get. But the 15 hills don't look promising. I said to myself, this is the third year in a row I planted potatoes, and they did not do well at all. The first year I planted them, I had a bumper crop. The consecutive years after, they've just all been crap. I've done, soil testing, amended the soil, and everything just, for some reason, just is not going very well. Um, so if I plant any potatoes, I'm going to order some offline from a different vendor. Maybe it's because the seed potatoes I use are bad or just not that good. They come from southern states. So I bought all my other seeds from southern states, and they do pretty well. So I thought that those potatoes would too. So next year I might plant maybe about 10 hills of potatoes to see what happens. Um, Maybe buy a couple different vendors of seed potatoes and try that out. And if one works and I get pretty nice uh, production out of it, I'll go ahead and plant a row the year after. Um, Corn, planted it twice. First time I planted it, it rained so much it rotted the seed. Second time I planted, um, it came up with a good stand. Um, just the dry weather caught it at the wrong time, and I sprayed it with nitrogen, and it rained on it. Then after that, it stopped raining, so it was just doomed to fail. Peppers, doing good for the most part. The sun's burning them and making them shrivel up. I really haven't been attentive to the garden because I was kind of disgusted with everything that's happened. But these, I can't remember if these are habaneros or ghost peppers, are starting to produce. I got big red jalapenos. As you can see, the uh, watermelon and uh, cantaloupe has dried out. I had a bunch of them. As you can see, there's one there. I don't know what it's doing. But I took most of them up and put them in a barrel to feed to the pigs. I planted another patch of corn, which I water it. Don't know what that's going to do. Doubt it does anything. So wasted money on that. Then the cucumbers, they're drying out because it's just hot. And, I have a deep well, and I could probably run it all the time and water it and water it and water it. But I know it's going to drive up my electric bill and put undue usage of my well pump because it's so hot that, when the water gets on it, it's almost like the heat just basically dries it out and sucks it up. So I said, I'm not going to spend, you know, uh, if I burnt the well pump up, you know, $400 or $500 on burning a well pump up for $200 worth of vegetables that aren't going to do anything. Just wouldn't make sense. Um, these, what are these peppers? I can't think of the name right now. I probably think of it. Cayenne peppers are doing well. I'm going to pull those off and dehydrate those and then use the food processor to crush them up. And I use it to rub on my hams. The tomatoes, like I say, I just got disgusted with the garden and hadn't been out here. Canned some tomatoes already, but I'm going to come out here tomorrow morning and pick the potatoes off that I can get and you know, eat them or give them away or whatever the case may be. Not exactly sure why these tomatoes out of all the tomatoes died, because I watered this side heavier than I did that side, but who knows. As you can see, the cabbages, it got dry, then it rained, they started rotting. I got about 6 heads out of here. The red cabbages, I don't understand, because the red cabbages are doing fairly well. As far as I can see, they're hard. I can cut those and eat those. But it seems like they're more hardy when you have a drought situation than those were the Jersey, was it? I can't remember they are. I can probably tell you later, but they did not do well. Here's some more of the jalapenos and some more peppers. Um, they are doing okay. These right here are actually sunflowers. There's a couple cabbages. Here's one. This is sweet potatoes mixed in with weeds. I'll probably clean those out. But overall, the garden was a bust if I had to give it either a success or a failure. It was a success in the beginning, but when Mother Nature cut the water off, it was just all down here from there. My whole shirt is just like soaked. You probably can't tell, but it's right now it's close to 8 o'clock or 8 o'clock, and it's still 96 degrees. And I mean, it's hot. And it just is doomed to fail. You know, a lot of people are watering their gardens and watering it. It looks okay for the people that are doing that, but I just couldn't see spending the extra electricity and possibly burning up a well pump. I know my well is deep, and it's a few 100 feet deep, and they hit water at 18 foot, so I can't say that it wouldn't run out of water, but unlikely. But just thought I'd give an update. Talk to you later.